experience has been intense. Let's start with the fact that I didn't actually know what I was getting to when I got into this. But then I got into this, it was like, and then working with different minds, you know, a lot of intelligently creative people. It was just like, you know, a great experience. And there are times when you're just like, okay, so what now? But then the other times, like, so exciting. And overall, the experience has been mixed. I've learned a lot about the industry itself, a lot about other artists, a lot about other art forms. And yeah, I think my experience has been amazing.
My role, besides being a co-conceptualizer, I am the videographer and media creator. It's been an enlightening one. I've never participated in an experience like this. It's cool because we're different minds, different personalities coming together with different stories, and according to the concept, putting them together and creating what we're creating.
My name is Fellemon Ndongo. I have the opportunity of being the stage manager here at NTN for the Creative Design Lab. It's exciting. It has been confusing, but also an amount of enlightenment as well. It is something that I've been looking forward to every day ever since we started. It's all about sending a message and how easily it is to send a message when you incorporate these kind of mediums, the better.
My role is that of the performance curator. So that basically means I have to have an overview of all the performance / installations / performance art happening, and see, kind of find a link between all of them and see how they fit together to create the overall message that we're trying to communicate to our audience. So I'm like really honored to have been asked to do this project. Really, really honored, and I feel very grateful to have had this learning opportunity. And I think that is what it's been. It's been a big learning journey for me, where I've learned so much about myself, and I've learned so much about where I come from. Like, I've relearned that, and I've learned about the people that I've worked with and about my wider community too. And I've found ways to impact all of those communities, or not all of them, at least some of them, even outside of this performance. So it's really spilled over into my entire life.
My name is Jermaine Mbundu. I'm the sound designer for the program. It's possible to come up with sound effects and create the music content and recording vocals that needs to be recorded and all these things. So basically setting the atmosphere from an audio perspective, to say. It's been challenging because, you know, as sound people, we are used to just getting scripts or just getting the outline, and then you come up what you need equipment-wise and all those things. But I think in this program that we did, or this installation we're gonna do, you had to kind of be involved in the script writing, to say, to come up with ideas on what will be happening on that specific day, not just necessarily the technical part of it, but in terms of script writing. So I think that was the most challenging part for me, because we are used to just getting scripts and just, okay, this is what I need technically wise, but here it was more of continuous meeting, planning and all these things which we are not used to. So for me it was a new playing ground, to say so, yeah.
I am Gillroy Barmann. I am a lighting designer. It was a great experience. I encourage all the young LDs to join projects like this. We are still in a position that we need to work a little bit harder. Things like this, the CDL group, those things must not stop, and it must continue.
In the project, I am a live performer and co-conceptualizer. In real life, I'm an overall storyteller. Where to even start? It's been a ultimately good one, very confusing one. I've been confused a lot in this entire process. But I think that's what to expect in such a group effort, and also on such an empty canvas, you know. Yeah. But overall, I feel like it's been a learning experience, and I'm grateful for my team and what we've been able to achieve. But what I can say is, from my perspective, what I hope to see more is intersectionality within the art mediums. So similarly to what we're going to be, our offering, which is an entanglement, I suppose, of tech and live performer. and the tech being a character in itself, similar. I imagine a lot more collaborations in that way. And we've started to see it here and there. If we're thinking about Namboa, for example, painting a model for a fashion show. Yeah, we're starting to get creative, and I think it's borrowing from different mediums and allowing space for all of that to participate as its own rightful character.
So I don't have like a fixed role, but my main role here is I'm a performer, I'm a moving person, a body movement. The process has been tough. It was an adaptable thing and being challenging because it's a new process for me as a performer. The future for us, like live performers, like dancers, actors, and let me say in general artists, is that we need to come up with new ideas and we need to go to different places. We need to go for auditions. We need to apply for new gigs, new productions. Wake up. Let us not pray while we are sleeping. Let us pray while you are working and hunting for the next opportunity. Let us try to go on social media and try to search like big places, like big theaters like NTN, Goethe, National Council, other institutes that are also helping the art industry in Namibia, so that you can see what is happening. What are they posting? What is new in their pipeline? So what can we do in that time? What can we find ourselves? How can we find ourselves within what they have? So let us not pray and sleep. Let us pray and focus to the future.
My greatest experience in this project would be the people working with different mind states, working with artistic people and technical people. Because I have a large technical background, I'm a lot more comfortable working with technicians. Working with actors is a bit different in terms of getting the ideas and making that into a technical look and feel. I think that was mostly the challenge, the biggest challenge, creating the different ideas and blending them into one and creating technical installation around those ideas. That would have been the greatest challenge for this project. The future for live art. Now, COVID-19 has opened up the internet in terms of artistic performances. You'll see nowadays there's a lot more streamed entertainment versus live entertainment.
I'm Manfred Isaaks, aka Meno. I am the AV audiovisual designer / technician, and the process has been it's been mind-blowing, eye-opening.
I feel like the live art scene in Namibia is in good hands.
Because this project is one of a kind, I feel that it's going to drive more interest to experimental art.
I see less stages, I see more interruptions.
I think people are hungry for new experiences.
This is groundbreaking. It's the first of its kind in Namibia, and I think people are going to love it.
I had no idea what to expect. I mean, I knew that it would be a sensory experience and one of the mind and the emotions. So I think just this idea of trying to make sense of what we felt and are feeling in 2020, whether it's as an individual or collectively, I think this tried to like make sense of what people were feeling. And I really just enjoyed it's such a different take on the way that we've experienced performance art in Namibia. I just like the vibe of the audience because I just felt people were really open to experiencing something new and not having any expectations, but also being okay with it.
I had to look at this installation from two perspectives. First, obviously from the creator's point of view, you get stuck in it for a little bit and you always assume the worst. You always assume that, people won't understand it or, that, they just won't get it. And, over the past few days and all these, with every slot, it got deeper. A lot of people came in there very heavy and left so much lighter.
The most amazing part is I've never done, in terms of coming up with sound effects and soundtracks and mixing in all these things in a short time of period. So for me, it was quite an experience that I could actually push myself to the limits and be able to deliver. So it was an experience in terms of learning to deal with my emotions and just to be able to say, okay, you know what, I just deliver this thing, I'm going to do the job.
The lab was a process, like getting it done was a process, but we're here now and did the thing. And the thing is intense. It's like too much for me as a performer. It's like every time, not too much in a bad way. There's like a meditation in a way. It's like, I feel like I've been in a different space. I'm kind of even detached like from what day it is. I'm just like day one, day whatever. And it just feels so like, art to me is intelligence. Like I'm realizing now it's intelligence. Even the people that come and experience art are intelligent beings. So let us make them work. Let us make them tap into themselves and be like, okay, but what is this? How does it make me feel? And I'm very inspired to give people the benefit of the doubt for themselves. Like, they are also intelligent. And there's a quote that I always walk around with. It's through drama, it's through art that we are aware of our original nothingness.
It's been like a brutal process, I would say, like quite a beating or a boot camp rather. But then once we've started performing in the final days of this and the sharing of it has been incredibly powerful for the group, for all of us collectively, I would say. It brought so much more meaning to share it, actually, and it continues to bring meaning. So every time we perform, something shifts or changes, but in a really marvelous way. As a performer, this is the first time I've ever had the freedom to shift with the feeling of the space, whatever the audience brings, whatever my personal life brings. It's the only time I've been told, go take that. As opposed to like suppress, ignore, perform.
I feel so proud, and I feel like just saying, yes, like we did it. And I feel like when looking at it, I think I can see lots of touches of African theatre, or what we like to think of as African theatre in the space, but then translated into a sort of, not an outdoor space in the earth, but inside a black box. So that's very, very interesting, and I think really creative for us to have married those two ideas together. So, yeah, that's something. I mean, I haven't seen that before, not like that. Yeah. So that's really something. That's exciting, and it's something that needs to be shown and understood.